Have you ever known someone that doesn't exist online? No Instagram, no Facebook, no TikTok, not even a profile picture on WhatsApp. While everyone else is posting, sharing, commenting, performing their lives, they're completely off the grid. And you can't help but wonder, why? In a world where oversharing on social media is the norm, those that aren't on social media at all can be seen to be weird, paranoid, or even worse, not real. So without further ado, let's dive into the psychology behind these fascinating characters who actively decide to stay off social media, regardless of social pressure. First up, the self-secure type. These are the people who don't crave the spotlight because they already have a steady flame inside. They don't need a crowd to echo their worth. Their sense of identity is anchored, not floating. Validation isn't a reward they chase. It's a background hum they no longer need to hear. They know who they are when no one's watching. When everyone else is performing for approval, they're quietly at peace with being enough. It's not indifference. It's independence. They use technology, sure, but it doesn't use them. Then there's the privacy protector. They treat personal information the way some people treat art. Sacred, not for mass consumption. Their life is a private gallery, not a public exhibit. For them, intimacy has value because it's rarely seen. In an age where the default setting is share, they choose not to. Not out of fear, but as an act of ownership. They believe some moments lose their magic when exposed to an audience. That silence keeps meaning intact. Their quiet is not absence, it's sovereignty. Next up, the energy conservers. These are the people who instinctively understand social stamina. They know that every notification, every scroll, every DM is a small withdrawal from their mental energy account. And they protect that balance like it's currency. They're not antisocial. They're selective. They'd rather have one meaningful exchange than 50 fragments of attention. Their motto could be summed up as fewer conversations, deeper roots. In a world addicted to noise, they've mastered the rare art of keeping still. Now, for the empathic absorbers. They didn't leave social media because they hated it. They left because they felt it. Too deeply. They could sense the emotional static humming beneath every post. The subtle envy. The loneliness wrapped in filters. And it started to weigh on them. They see through the illusion, the constant performance, the desperate search for significance, and that awareness became too heavy to carry. For them, disconnecting wasn't withdrawal. It was recovery. They didn't escape the world. They just chose to feel it directly again. And finally, the mindful minimalists. These are the philosophers of the offline world. They see attention as the most valuable thing they own, and they spend it with precision. They view social media not as evil, but as excess, something that dulls the senses when consumed mindlessly. So they stripped it away, one app at a time, until all that was left was life itself. They've replaced the feed with focus, scrolling with solitude. They don't reject connection, they just prefer it in its raw, unfiltered form. To them, being unseen isn't isolation, it's freedom, and here's what connects them all. Each of these people, different in temperament, motivation, and worldview, share one thing in common. They've broken the reflex, the need to prove, perform, and project. They didn't vanish from social media because they couldn't keep up. They walked away because they realized they didn't need to. Psychologists call it digital detachment, the ability to separate your self-worth from your online identity. In a culture obsessed with being seen, invisibility can be the ultimate strength. You don't need to be online to exist. You don't need to post to be present. So maybe that friend who never shows up in your feed isn't hiding. Maybe they've just found something better. A quieter life, a clearer mind, a world that exists beyond the scroll. And maybe, just maybe, they've already discovered the peace the rest of us are still searching for. Do you know someone like this? Or does any of this sound a little like you? Maybe you've got that one friend who never posts. Or maybe you're the one quietly living life offline. Drop a comment and share your story. And if you enjoyed this perspective, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe as we dive into the psychology behind why we actually behave the way we do. Thanks for watching and see you next time.